Montel Quick Jackson joins me once again, this time as he gets ready to fight this Saturday in Raleigh, North Carolina, when he takes on Felipe Colares in a bantamweight bout. Montel, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, very good. It's been a while since we've talked. I believe it was right before you made your Dana White Contender Series debut when you fought Rico DeShulo. Things have been going great for you since. You're really made a name for yourself in the UFC, and you're one of those guys that people really have their eyes on to maybe move up the ranks here in 2020. With that said, how has this camp been thus far?
This camp has been great, man. Like it's been like I don't know, it's been one of the easiest camps, man. Just coming in and shaping, just hungry, man.
You got a bunch of killers that you train with out there, training under Jake Clip. One of your training partners, ODay, just fought to Brian Kelleher against Brian Kelleher this past week, and unfortunately, it didn't go his way. Who are some of the main guys that you're getting work in nowadays?
ODay, Javier Coronado, Tyus White, Jordan Clark, Zach, of course, Tim, Hiley, Alton, Nelly Thompson. We got like a whole list of guys, man.
Yeah, you guys definitely have a really good camp out there. A lot of great fighters at your disposal to train with. What are your overall thoughts on O'Day's performance? Obviously, he got caught there by Kelleher. He's a tough fighter himself, who you know very well. You fought him as well. What are your overall thoughts on that fight?
I don't know, man. It happened all too quick, man. I probably have to watch it again, man, to like really like break down like the critical points of the fight. But I don't know, man. It happened so fast. Like it wasn't even like a good like minute or two to even like break down. So it's tough, man.
That was O'Day's first fight in the UFC. Is there such a thing as UFC jitters? I mean, I got to imagine when you get to the big show, you're fighting on TV. I mean, this is a pay-per-view, a Conor McGregor card. I'm sure there must have been some nerves there. Do you think that could be attributed to what happened in the fight?
Yeah, man. Of course, man. Especially like when you finally get to that big stage and the lights are just that bright, man. It makes it all feel so real, man. Like you get to like, oh man, this is nothing, this is that, and then you come out to arena and people and like it's like there 10,000 people screaming your name, and them lights they get real bright, and then you get in there and it's like shit, like I can't really. It becomes so hard to like tune out that crowd and just to focus on what's in front of you because like people are screaming, man. Like people, man, it's tough, man. It
Yeah.
is tough. Like so, like I don't know, man. You just got to make as many walks as possible, man.
Yeah, I'm sure O'Day will be back in the win column here very soon. He clearly has a bright future. Now, obviously, this camp is pretty much done with. It's weight cut week, and the fight is this Saturday in North Carolina. How much weight do you have left to go? Are you pretty close to making 135?
I'm real close to being on the money right now, man. Right now. So like this weight cut is gonna be it's gonna be a walk in the park, man.
How much weight normally do you have to cut to make 135? Is it pretty easy for you, especially as each fight comes and goes? Is it just becoming more routine?
Yeah, it gets easier, and then outside of camp, like I really don't go above like being like 15 pounds away, so it's easy, man.
Good. Well, glad to hear that. Now, I've known about you for a while now. I follow the MMA scene all over the country, but you are becoming, as I mentioned earlier, a lot more popular to the UFC fans nationwide. Talk a little bit about your evolution as a fighter, even from Contender Series when you fought Rico till now. How much better are you in that short period of time?
I think the current Montel will beat all the previous Montels. So if that isn't a testament, then I don't know what else to tell you. But like each camp, I look at myself to beat that previous guy that I was. So And if I can't do that, then it means I'm plateauing, and whatever I'm working on or whatever I'm not doing is becoming a detriment to myself and my career. So I always look forward to, upping that level and beating that previous Montel that you guys saw before.
Now, you only have one loss at this point in your career. I believe your record is 8-1 now as a professional. That one loss to Ricky Simone, is there something that you learned about yourself in that fight, or is a lesson that maybe your coaches have really helped teach you to make sure that you don't make those mistakes here in your upcoming fights?
It really came down to me, man. After that fight, I really realized that I gotta take this serious, and I gotta stay in the gym, and I gotta always be improving. I gotta be ready. I gotta be ready for the opportunity. Not just saying I'm ready, like mentally I'm always gonna be ready for a challenge, but physically, physically being in shape, having my cardio good, man, in camp and out of camp, like all those small things that helps you, and it helps you take advantage of those opportunities when they come knocking on the door. So just always being prepared, man.
Now, the UFC hasn't taken it easy on you right from the jump. They've given you a lot of tough opponents. As I mentioned, Ricky Simone, you beat Brian Kelleher previously. And then most recently, you fought Andre Sukumtat, who's a veteran, a very well-rounded, good fighter. Was that a statement win for you? Do you feel like going in there, beating a guy who has a lot more fights in the UFC than you, really was kind of like your coming out party, like letting everyone know just how good you really are?
I really don't believe in telling people stuff. I'd rather show them, because there will still be some doubt in their head. They say, oh well, he said he can, if you show and prove, ain't nothing else to talk about. So like that, to me, like that's like irrelevant. Like, I hate when people tell me stuff. Like, show me. If you that good at, if you that good as how you say you are, show me.
Yeah, that makes.
Think I'm not that good? Come show me. You ain't nothing else to talk about at that point. Come prove me wrong. So I really don't care. I really don't pay attention to that stuff, man.
Well, you've clearly been doing your thing inside the cage thus far, so excited to see you step back in this weekend for a very exciting fight. Before we dive into this fight with Felipe, I do want to just get your thoughts on the bantamweight division. I don't know if you've seen most recently the champion Henry Cejudo is being tasked to fight Jose Aldo, who only has one fight at 135 pounds. Obviously, he's a legend in the sport, but that fight was against Marlon Moraes, and he lost it, although it was a close fight. What are your thoughts on the UFC's matchmaking for titles now? I mean, obviously, it seems like you got guys like Conor who can get a title shot anytime he wants. It seems like. Do you feel like it's fair the way that the titles matchups are happening, or do you feel like there should be a better system for who's deserving of those title shots?
This the fight game, man. Nothing's fair. Nothing. If you're looking for fairness in this game, you in the wrong game. This is not the game for you. So, like at this point, like it's whatever, man. They it goes. It's two sides to this. It's entertainment and it's business. You gotta have both. You can't have one without the other. So if they do put fights together like that, I understand. It makes sense. Whether it happens or it don't happen, I understand. Of course, I'm just at this point, they got everything. They got the fans, they got the following, they got the fame, they got this, they got that. They got everything that people want to see. Guys like me that's coming up, I don't have that yet. I don't have that type of draw. So if they want to put fights together like that, then of course intelligence is being able to adjust. So what a person like me do, okay, yeah, go ahead, man. I'm just trying to get on the card. That's it. I'm not here to argue and waste my breath saying, oh, that isn't fair. I'm just trying to get on the card, man. If everybody have a chance to get the opportunities to be on cards like that, where there is going to be like the eyes are going to be on, of course, it's a win-win for everybody. Or we can go by that traditional mindset and nobody wins, because then no one's going to want to tune in, and then therefore there isn't going to be any money to give or to make for anybody. So you gotta be smart, man. You gotta think with intelligence and with strategy.
I like where your head's at. You make a lot of sense, and you clearly have a good grasp on, I guess, what the fight game really is. The entertainment side is clearly very important, and the UFC knows that. Let's talk about this fight because it's very interesting. He's got a very similar record to you. He's 9-1, and he trains with the Nogueira brothers, Team Nogueira. And obviously, those guys are well known for their BJJ. Do you feel like this fight is just going to be a clash of styles? Because you're very slick on the feet. Clearly, your nickname is Quick. You've got a long reach for this division. Do you feel like you're going to just be trying to battle him off from taking you down the whole fight? Or if it does go to the ground, do you feel comfortable with your skill set there?
I'm ready for whatever, man. I'm ready, man. Whatever he got to offer and whatever he don't got to offer, I'm gonna take advantage of. So, like, it really ain't gonna make me no difference, man. Like I'm a fighter, man. I train and I fight for everybody. I'm not one of them guys like, oh, I match up good with this or that or my style of fighting. It's whatever, man. Like, I'm ready for anybody, everybody. What's the point?
I'm sorry. Have you watched tape on him? Like, if so, like, what are your thoughts? Like, where do you feel like he's best at?
I don't even know, man. I don't even care. I don't watch film on people. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time because if you go in there with that mindset and relying on what you saw previously, you might get in there and see a whole different person. They might get in there and show you a whole different look. Everybody's always improving. Like that. That's how I like to think. So like I never go off based off tape. And then two, like he's not gonna fight me the same way he fought previous guys, because we're different people.
Mm-hmm. So you've actually told me that before. So I remember you saying that in a previous interview, that you don't watch tape because you do feel like it's irrelevant, which to me is really interesting, because I do agree with that assessment where fighters are always evolving. And just because he fought one guy that might have a similar style to you doesn't mean that he's going to take that same approach in this fight with you. Having said that, do you feel like you have a big advantage on the feet? Do you feel like you can knock him out?
We gonna see when we get in there, man. We gonna see when we get in there. Like people always say, oh man, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. No, I'm telling you, when that door closed, we gonna see. We gonna see what's up. We gonna see what you can and can't do. We gonna test that jaw.
Oh, I'm excited for this fight, Montel. You're always very entertaining to watch step in the cage, so I'm sure this weekend will be no different. Last question for me before I let you go. Do you have any goals for 2020? Do you feel like before the year comes to an end that you'd like to crack the top 15 in the division? Is there something that you kind of set out for yourself to accomplish in this year?
3 things. To be fucking relentless, to go undefeated, and to destroy everybody. The only 3 things on my list that I look forward to. The only 3.
I like it. That sounds like a good year.
No complaints for me.
Well, listen, Montel, thank you for the time, my friend. I appreciate you coming back and joining me again. Before I let you go, if there's anyone you'd like to thank or any social media you'd like to plug for people to follow you, floor is yours.
You can follow me on Instagram at Montel Jackson, Montel Quick Jackson. You can follow me on my Facebook fan page at Montel Quick Jackson. You can follow me on Twitter at Montella135. Shout out to Iridium. Shout out to Pura Vida and 360 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. All my teammates. Shout out to Trifecta. Shout out Ed from Iridium. He always makes me, try to step outside my comfort zone and do interviews. And shout out to Float Life here in Milwaukee. And other than that, man, shout out to you, man, for having me. Thank you.
Hey, it's my pleasure, my friend. Go get that W this weekend, and we'll talk again soon.
Yes, sir. Peace, love, and plenty of hair grease, my brother.
Thank you.